Tupac Amaru Shakur, widely known as Tupac, remains one of the most influential and unforgettable figures in the history of hip-hop music. He was born on June 16, 1971, in East Harlem, New York City, and grew up surrounded by political activism, social struggles, and artistic influences. His mother, Afeni Shakur, was an important influence in his life and had been involved with the Black Panther movement before Tupac was born. Because of his difficult childhood and the challenges surrounding his family, Tupac developed a strong awareness of poverty, discrimination, violence, and inequality. When he was a teenager, his family moved to Baltimore, Maryland, where he attended the Baltimore School for the Arts and studied acting, poetry, jazz, and ballet. During his time in Baltimore, Tupac began developing his artistic abilities and discovered that poetry and performance could become powerful ways of expressing his emotions and experiences. He eventually moved to California, where he became increasingly interested in hip-hop and began pursuing a career as a rapper and performer. Tupac first gained wider attention after joining the hip-hop group Digital Underground, where he appeared on the song Same Song and demonstrated his distinctive energy and lyrical ability. His early success with Digital Underground helped him establish himself as a serious solo artist and opened the door to a much larger career. In 1991, he released his debut solo album, Tupacalypse Now, which introduced audiences to his powerful storytelling and his willingness to discuss controversial social issues. The album addressed subjects such as police brutality, poverty, racism, violence, and the difficult realities experienced by many young people in America. Although some of his songs generated controversy, Tupac quickly became known for speaking openly about problems that other artists were sometimes reluctant to discuss. His music often combined anger, vulnerability, confidence, political awareness, and personal reflection in ways that connected deeply with listeners. As his popularity increased, Tupac became not only a successful rapper, but also an actor who appeared in several major films during the early and middle years of his career. He starred in movies such as Juice, Poetic Justice, Above the Rim, and Gridlocked, demonstrating that his talents extended beyond music. His performance in Juice helped establish him as a serious young actor and showed audiences another side of his personality and artistic abilities. Tupac's role alongside Janet Jackson in Poetic Justice also increased his visibility and demonstrated his ability to take on more emotional and dramatic roles. Despite his growing success, Tupac's personal life became increasingly complicated as he faced legal problems, public controversies, and conflicts within the music industry. He was also involved in a highly publicized rivalry between the East Coast and West Coast hip-hop scenes, which became one of the most famous conflicts in rap history. The rivalry was particularly associated with Tupac and Death Row Records on the West Coast and the notorious B.I.G. and Bad Boy Records on the East Coast. Tupac's relationship with the notorious B.I.G. became increasingly hostile after Tupac was shot in New York in 1994, an incident that deeply affected his life and career. He later accused people connected to the East Coast rap scene of knowing more about the attack than they admitted, although the circumstances surrounding the shooting remained disputed. After serving time in prison, Tupac joined Death Row Records and released some of the most commercially successful and influential music of his career. His double album, All Eyes on Me, released in 1996, became a major commercial success and is widely regarded as one of the greatest albums in hip-hop history. The album showcased Tupac's ability to create aggressive street anthems while also producing emotional songs that revealed his more thoughtful and vulnerable side. Songs such as California Love, How Do You Want It, and I Ain't Mad at Cha helped make him one of the biggest stars in popular music. Tupac was particularly skilled at telling stories about real-life struggles, allowing listeners to understand the emotions behind poverty, relationships, ambition, violence, and survival. One of his most celebrated songs, Dear Mama, was a deeply personal tribute to his mother and demonstrated the love and gratitude he continued to have for her despite their difficult circumstances. His ability to combine personal experiences with broader social commentary helped distinguish him from many other rappers of his generation. Tupac also wrote poetry throughout his life, and his poems revealed a sensitive and reflective side that was sometimes hidden behind his aggressive public image. Although he was often portrayed as violent or controversial by the media, his music frequently showed that he was capable of expressing compassion, sadness, love, and hope. He also spoke about the struggles faced by young women, single mothers, poor families, and people living in disadvantaged communities. Tupac's career was remarkably short, but during those few years, he released a large amount of music and created an enormous cultural impact. His songs continued to reach new generations because many of the subjects he discussed, including inequality, police violence, poverty, identity, and personal struggle, remained relevant long after his death. In September 1996, Tupac traveled to Las Vegas with members of his entourage to attend a boxing match between Mike Tyson and Bruce Seldon. After the fight, Tupac was riding in a BMW driven by Death Row Records executive Marion Suge Knight when their vehicle was attacked by gunfire. Tupac was struck by several bullets during the shooting and was taken to University Medical Center of Southern Nevada for treatment. Despite medical efforts to save him, Tupac died on September 13, 1996, at the age of 25. His death shocked the music world and created an enormous wave of grief among fans, fellow artists, and people who had followed his career. The murder of Tupac remained unsolved for decades, leading to countless theories, rumors, and debates about who was responsible for the shooting. In 2023, authorities arrested Dwayne "Kef D" Davis in connection with Tupac's killing, bringing renewed attention to a case that had remained one of the biggest mysteries in hip-hop history. Tupac's death came only a few months before the death of the notorious B.I.G., another major rapper whose murder intensified the sense of tragedy surrounding the golden era of hip-hop. Although Tupac and Biggie had once been friends, their relationship became increasingly hostile during the East Coast-West Coast rivalry. Many people believe that the rivalry contributed to an atmosphere of tension and hostility that ultimately damaged the hip-hop community. After his death, Tupac's music continued to achieve enormous commercial success, and several posthumous albums were released using recordings he had made before his death. His posthumous releases demonstrated how much music he had recorded during his lifetime and how carefully he had worked to build a lasting artistic legacy. Tupac was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2017, an honor recognizing his enormous influence on music and popular culture. His influence can still be heard in the work of countless rappers and artists who have cited him as an inspiration for their own careers. Many artists admire Tupac because he was not afraid to discuss difficult subjects, and because he used music as a way to tell stories about his life and the world around him. His legacy extends beyond rap because he became a symbol of resistance, ambition, pain, creativity, and the complicated realities of life in disadvantaged communities. Tupac's image has also remained highly recognizable through photographs, documentaries, films, books, clothing, murals, and countless references in popular culture. Even decades after his death, fans continue to analyze his lyrics and debate the deeper meanings behind many of his songs and poems. His ability to express contradictory emotions, sometimes sounding fearless and aggressive while also revealing deep insecurity and sadness, made his music especially powerful. Tupac also understood the importance of connecting directly with his audience, and his songs often felt like conversations with people who were experiencing similar struggles. His career demonstrated how hip-hop could become more than entertainment by serving as a platform for storytelling, social criticism, personal expression, and cultural identity. Although his life was filled with controversy, Tupac's artistic achievements cannot be separated from the enormous influence he had on music and popular culture. His story continues to attract new audiences who want to understand the man behind the music, the controversies, the poetry, and the legendary public image. Tupac Shakur remains remembered as an artist who achieved extraordinary fame in a remarkably short period, while leaving behind music that continues to influence millions of people around the world. His life ended tragically at 25, but his voice, his ideas, and his music continue to live on, making Tupac one of the most enduring legends in the history of hip-hop.